Hey, Bougie Club. Happy Sunday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. I am enjoying my weekend. I am chilling out in my neighborhood. Decided to come outside. Hopefully you all can see me and the reception isn't jinky because I am in the middle of some trees, but I wanted to talk to you guys today about falling off. So today I had the realization that I fell off, and I'm sure some of you all can relate. If you think about riding a bike, it's pretty obvious when you fall off your bike, right? Like it's a physical fall. You can feel yourself falling off. But sometimes emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you don't realize you've fallen off. Like I didn't realize I had fell off. And Miss Tracy, if you're watching this, thank you for helping me realize that I had fell off. So I have several practices that I do on a regular basis to keep me focused and keep me in alignment. And Miss Tracy last month or sometime during this quarantine had started doing our 40-day meditation that we did a couple of years ago in December. Well, at the beginning of those meditations, there is like I guess you would call it a prayer that I say at the beginning. Well, for me, I had turned those into a paraliminal. So if you don't know what a paraliminal is, it's a technique used in neuro linguistic programming where you repeat something repetitively at different sound decibels in order to reprogram your thoughts to shape behaviors. And so they're really prevalent. A lot of people use them, and I was using them, and they were working. But then I realized that I needed to do it in my voice because often I'm having arguments and conversations with the voice in my head, not somebody else's voice. So I needed to do it in my own voice. Well, I had been using those for several years, and then I just realized today that I fell off. Like I quit using them, and some things have kind of been going wonky for me, and I couldn't figure out why. I put my finger on it because I'm like, I'm still doing my meditation in the morning, like what is it? And then I realized today that I had fell off with doing my paraliminals in the morning and in the evening. And then as I was looking back, I realized when I fell off, around Thanksgiving, Christmas time is when I fell off. So look, I have fallen off for over 6 months and didn't realize I had fallen off, but I could see the evidence of the change in my practice over the months. And so I want you guys to realize that sometimes you fall off and you don't even realize that you've fallen off. And if you're lucky enough, somebody will remind you of what you used to do, the good stuff that you were doing, so that you can reincorporate those processes back in. Sometimes, I realized that I was entertaining some conversations that I don't normally entertain, as far as uh, I don't even know how to explain it to y'all, but I was entertaining some conversations that I didn't normally entertain. Some people were popping back up into my life experience that I had not seen and heard from in a while. And I was like, where are these people coming from? And I realized it was because I was not doing my paraliminals. I had fallen off a process, and that process helped maintain a level of vibration for me. And so but knowingly, I had went down a level in vibration and started participating in some old behaviors, some old conversations, some old thought processes that no longer served me, but they were a comfort zone for me at one time. And so when you fall off and you fall off into your comfort zone, you don't realize it because you were comfortable there before. So your body and your mind kind of goes back into automaticity for that particular level of vibration, and there'll be something in you that'll know that that's not right. And then once you figure it out, you have to adjust. I'm just telling y'all, I fell off. I fall off. I don't want y'all to think I'm perfect or that I give you these things to do and I'm not doing them myself, or that I don't have the same real experiences that you all have. I fell off. I fell off, Bougie Club. But now that I know that I fell off, I can get back on the bandwagon. And one of the things that I realized was I was paying attention to what other people were doing in their lives. And I had really got to a point where I really wasn't messed up about what everybody else was doing. And I know that this quarantine has a lot to do with that, which is one of the reasons why I quit watching the news. Because if I'm 100% honest, I've been blessed with the current pandemic. Like, the pandemic has been a blessing for me. It has allowed some things to shift and happen in my life that probably wouldn't have happened otherwise. And this was the vehicle that God used to do it. And I had to, like, for one thing I had fell off. I had started looking on Facebook again. Y'all know I gave up Facebook last July, and I was only using it to go live, which is why you all don't see very many posts on the Bougie Club, because I'm not scrolling through my timeline. And I was doing that, and that was so unlike me. And I'm looking at other people's stuff, and I'm like, what they talking about don't even affect me. It's not my life. Literally, my life has not changed for the worse. It's changed for the better. I would have to say the worst thing from the pandemic is I can't travel like I want to, but it's also giving me time to pause and get some things off my plate that I have been putting off. And so what I'm saying is, when you realize you have fallen off, it's a good thing. And you just get back up. Luckily, I didn't get like a skinned knee or a real bad bruise that I could have. Like when you're riding a bike and you fall off. And I hope this is making sense to y'all, but it's okay to fall off. It's okay to fall off. When you fall off, you just get back up and you adjust, fix your crown, get yourself together and get back on to whatever it was that was working for you before you fell off. And in falling off, you might realize some other processes that you can add, or some things that you need to do different. There is a benefit in every fall, provided you get back up and don't get stuck on how long it took you to realize it, or how much progress you could have made had you not fall off. Like, all of that is irrelevant, because there's purpose in the fall. I want you to understand that there is purpose in the fall. And hopefully you guys are paying attention to your messengers like Miss Tracy was to me, to remind me of some things, that I needed to adjust. So that's all I got for y'all, Bougie Club. Because for one, I had this bright idea to do this outside. And it's some hell heat out here today in Memphis. I'm not complaining though, y'all. Check me out. I I'm just chilling in my little neighborhood. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can turn it and do a 360 here so y'all can see. I'm like Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. That's one of the things that I had to remind myself of, because I was on this whole bandwagon about I wanted to move again. And I really hadn't been on that in a long time. And then I realized I like where I live. Like, if I'm to be in Memphis, I'm living in one of the best spots. I stay in South Bluff, so it's quiet back here. It's a gated community. I got unprecedented precedented access to the riverfront. I got views. I can seclude myself in a serene, wisteria lane type area in my neighborhood by just walking out the side door. Or I can go up on a rooftop and get a panoramic view of the city. We have a pool on our rooftop, so it's like, I'm living a life. But for some reason, I was looking at Facebook and everybody else's life, and trying to make mine something that it wasn't, when the reality of it is I live the life that I created. I'm living my dream life. I'm living my best life. I'm living the life that I wanted. And many times we don't recognize that we're living the life we created, because sometimes the life that we created is not the life that we wanted. But I'm living the life that I wanted, and I'm living the life that I created, and I had to remind myself of that because I had forgot. I had fell off. Yeah, I had the audacity to be complaining about some things, and I truly don't have anything to complain about. And I'm sure if you sit down and reflect and make your good list and your bad list, you'll realize that you don't have much to complain about either. But you get dissatisfied with your life when you start comparing it to others, realizing that the life that they're trying to create is not coming from the same script. It's not the same blueprint. So you have to recognize you have your own blueprint and you get to create it, you get to adjust it, you get to make renovations and all of that. So pay attention to your blueprint because I'm paying attention to mine. And I'm getting back on track and continue to build the life that I want based on my blueprint. And so I'm going to encourage you all to do that too. I'm on my phone, I don't have my laptop beside me, so I can't see your comments. I will get online and see what you guys talking about. I hope you all are enjoying your day. Please honor all of those that have left this life and sacrifice today and tomorrow. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Um, Side note, our bougie versary is coming up on the 31st. So if you all saw the post that I posted a couple of days ago, I launched some t-shirts in commemorating our bougie versary, and I'll put the link in the comments. So feel free to stop by our Viral Style store and get you your bougie club t-shirts. They will be